Happy Friday, my Salon Suite and Salon Plaza. Thank you so much for joining me in this week's edition of the Sweet Dose. As we previously communicated, the Sweet Dose is now going out every other Friday, so please continue to check your email. Part of this plan of releasing the Sweet Dose was to make sure that we're sharing important information as efficiently as possible so that you guys can stay abreast of everything that's going on around my Salon Suite and Salon Plaza. So we really appreciate you taking time to dial in today. The first time I vlogged, I shared a lot of information about the franchise business review. We work with a third-party company to facilitate the franchise business review every year, and we love your participation in these surveys. We're able to quickly identify what's important to the majority of our franchise partners and other things that may be on the horizon that we need to be watching as well. So thank you guys for taking time to complete that survey, and we continue to look back at that feedback and make changes because of it. So one of the biggest things that was really evident throughout is hiring and staffing. Many of you guys who first attended Meet the Team Day over the last couple of years, or even have been with us for some time, constantly are asking Ken and I, how are we going to scale? How are we going to have enough team members to help support everything that we have going on? And I'm really excited to introduce you to many of our newest staff members who have come on really since the beginning of the year. We've doubled our staff since January, and we are super excited to be welcoming the new people on. With that being said, it means that there's going to be some transitions in who your support people are and your main point of contacts are. So I did want to just take a moment and introduce you guys to the different new hires that we've added and the reorganization of a few things. So let's first start with construction. James Stennett is our Vice President of Construction, and we have reporting to him Jeff Webb, who is our new hire out of the West region. He lives in Phoenix, Arizona, and has experience in construction. Welcome to the team, Jeff. The next person is Ben Bordeaux, and he represents our Southeast region from Texas to Florida up to North Carolina. Also comes from a background in construction as a general foreman and has franchise experience and worked with James prior. So very exciting to be welcoming Ben aboard as well. And then, of course, we have Joe Emberson, who is representing the Northeast region from Michigan down to Kentucky all the way up to Maine. And James will be overseeing those three directors of constructions and handling overflow as necessary. So please visit the map in the Sweet Dose to see who your point of contact is for construction. We ask that you guys just email that person, and then they will forward it as necessary if they're not able to handle it. So that is your construction map. The next group of people the next team that we've added a lot of people to is our operations and marketing team. Previously, we had Jill and Ryan as marketing managers, and they have done a phenomenal job in helping all of you get to this point in your businesses and in your openings. So they have carried a lot of load over the last couple of years to continue to offer award-winning support. And so we're really excited that we've been able to welcome 2 additional team members to the operations team and help alleviate some of that work for Ryan and Jill so that they can focus and go more in depth as our stores mature and have different needs as we age and we grow. So check out the Sweet Dose for that regional map as well. You're going to find that we have welcomed Michaela McIver, who is representing our West Coast. She lives out of Houston, in Houston, I should say, and she formerly worked with Lee Welsh, our Director of Operations at Pure Barre. I've been able to meet Michaela a couple times in person as well as over the phone, and she seems like a great addition to our team. We're really excited to welcome her aboard, and with her experience with Pure Barre and franchising and also being in the stores and offering support, she's going to bring a tremendous amount of value. So Michaela is representing our West Coast. The mid-central region of the United States is going to be supported by Jill Powell. Many of you have already met Jill. You know that she's a wonderful player on our operations team. And then we have Ryan, who's going to be representing Florida and Georgia. When you look at the map, you may say, wow, why only 2 states? Well, believe it or not, our highest concentration of stores are in these 2 states. And we have some new openings this year, but we also have an area that is maturing as our stores have been open for going on 5+ years now in the Florida and Georgia market. We want to make sure that we accommodate new owners as well as mature owners. So Ryan is responsible for Florida and Georgia. And then our other new hire that we brought on earlier this year in about April is Lee Welsh. She's our Director of Operations. She'll be overseeing this entire team and leading us to success there. She is representing the East Coast from South Carolina up to Maine. So if you're in one of those territories, please reach out to her. She's already taken a deep dive into our organization and has already brought tremendous value and ideas to our operations and marketing team. So we're really excited about that. So with new people, I hope that you all find that our team and our staff breathes and lives our culture of flair. Ken and I didn't take hiring these people lightly. We prefer to run a little bit of a lean team for the reason that we can get things done a little bit quicker, and make sure that you're getting the right customer service and customer experience from our corporate team and our staff here. So we personally hand selected each person who came on board over the last 6 months or so, and we know that they're going to provide the best customer experience for you. So thank you guys for welcoming them and giving them a big heartfelt welcome as we do it with all of our new people. All right, so a couple other updates outside of organizational changes are our Friday calls. So alert, Friday calls are changing. They are still on Friday. They are still at 11 a.m., but the topics are what's going to change. Historically, we've had one Friday call, rotating between site selection, construction, marketing, and franchise advisory hosted calls. I just want to take a little walk down memory lane and talk about why these calls were started, and then I'll talk about the direction that we're going to continue to support our mission. About 5 years ago or so, it was beneficial for a group of franchise partners, we were small at that point, to jump on the phone and share their experiences, talk about the things that were happening in their local communities, ask questions, and really have open dialogue and feel supported by one another. I think that we have done a great job of maintaining that mission on our Friday calls, but as we get larger, oftentimes with over 60, 75 people on the phone, we need to revisit, are we fulfilling that mission of open collaboration on these calls, or is there a better way? So we are introducing the better way today. So starting July 12th, which is a Friday, we will be hosting 2 Friday calls at the same time. So there is a track or a call that is really dedicated more for first-time owners or multi-unit owners getting ready to go through the site selection and construction process again. We encourage new owners and multi-unit owners to follow that track as indicated in the Sweet Dose. And then for mature owners, we also have another call going on for that track. So Friday, July 12th, it will be site selection and operations. The following Friday will be construction and member development. The following Friday will be marketing and technology. It is in a grid in the Sweet Dose that you guys can see what calls are being ran at the same time. And then once a month on our franchise advisory hosted calls, we'll all come together on a single conference line to get information on the state of the business, state of the Franchise Advisory Council. But the other 3 weeks of the month are dedicated to keeping these groups small and beneficial for us all to be able to collaborate in real time with what's going on at your stores and your local community. So if you haven't been on a Friday call in a while, please try to join. We're going to get a fresh look at this, and we need your participation for this all to be successful. So thank you so much for joining us on Fridays. And again, if you haven't, give us a try. It's going to be great. It's going to be a fantastic outcome, and we're super excited. So thank you all. Have a great 4th of July, and we will follow up after that.